Welcome to Mythbusters, where we use science and physics to debunk the common Minecraft myths.
Yo guys, what is going on? Tenebris here. Welcome back to another video, and today we are with Airflect. What is up, my dude, Airflect?
What is up?
So today we're going to be talking about a very popular strategy, popularized by many YouTubers and also members of the UHG community. Use this strategy a lot, and the strategy is, if you want to tell us what it is, Airflect, tell them what it is.
All right, looking down, spamming right click or holding right click and running. Here's an example of it right here.
Yes, not very good, but he's doing it. A lot of people think this makes you go faster. I don't know why they think this, but yeah, so we're going to be talking about if it actually does make you go faster or not. So yeah, let's get right into the video. So not gonna lie, folks, most people just watch this on YouTube and they just copy it in-game, even though the only time it actually gives an advantage in terms of movement speed is when you're doing it over water. For example, if there was a pool of water and it was only one block deep and you were just placing blocks like this, you're able to travel across the water much faster. And I'm pretty sure that was the original method, by the way, by Etho. But yeah, you're able to travel much faster across the water while placing blocks under you. However, on land, that's a different story. So honestly, guys, this channel is about facts and myths and debunking myths, and honestly, according to Airflect,
the people need to know.
So we're going to be talking about exactly how much faster you go while blocking versus running in a straight line. First of all, I have this mod in the bottom right-hand corner of my screen. I think you've seen this in a video before that I've made. It was in May, but this mod is actually, it's called a Squeedometer. You can look it up. And it basically just shows how many blocks per second I'm running. As you can see, when I am not pressing spacebar, I am running 5.612 blocks per second. When I press spacebar, it kind of fluctuates between 6 to 12, depending on if I'm moving up or moving down. It's kind of complicated. But to make it simple, I'm just going to be running straight on the ground, okay? Because I'm pretty sure the same basic principle applies. The next thing I'm going to talk about is what happens when you turn your mouse to the left or right a little bit. And what happens is your movement per second actually fluctuates. This is, of course, forward movement, just keep that in mind, but your movement per second fluctuates down farther and farther the more you turn. So if you try to turn in a circle, your movement per second keeps going down, like it goes down to 4 and 3 and maybe even some 2s, because you're not moving forward very fast. So now that I've gone over that, we'll talk about the blocks. Alright guys, so time to test the facts, and this is going to be your experiment to see which one goes faster. Airflect is going to be placing blocks underneath him while I am going to be sprint jumping. So I'm going to go in F5 really quickly, and we're going to go 3, 2, 1, go. And as you can see, I have my hand completely off my mouse, so I'm traveling at the fastest possible speed since I'm not turning. And Airflect is...
And I am currently leaving my mouse still.
Yes, he thinks he is, but he's pressing right click, which does cause some changes in horizontal movement, or yaw, which could actually make his speed much less, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. As you can see, he is not catching up to me. I'm moving faster than he is. Yeah, so it's pretty much the exact same speed, and if anything, he's actually moving slower, and I'm talking about that in 1 second, exactly why he is moving slower. So as you guys can see, I'm going to be placing blocks under myself really quickly. If you look at the bottom right-hand corner, you can see my current speed, and it's honestly the exact same speed as regular walking. However, there's more of a propensity for you to kind of screw up when you're placing blocks, so there's no actual advantage to doing this technique, because you might screw up. Like, for example, when I went up and I placed 2 blocks underneath me, I'm going to have more vertical movement instead of more horizontal movement, and I will actually go a little slower. Also, just like try to jump up a block like that, you end up going a lot slower. So if you screw up and misplace a block and then try to place a block there, you go a lot slower. So overall, this tactic basically doesn't work on land. I don't know why people do it.
All right, so this is a high risk, no reward technique.
Also, another thing is that when someone's placing blocks, they're 1 block above you, obviously. And I've already talked about this before in a previous video. The low ground advantage, if someone hits you while you're placing blocks, they're most likely to get the first hit if they are looking at your feet. So yeah, alright guys, hope everyone enjoyed this explanation of Minecraft PvP mechanics with Airflect. Everyone go subscribe to him. Actually, don't, just for the video, don't actually subscribe to him. Just kidding, you guys can go sub to him. Yeah, so hope everyone enjoyed. We'll try to get 500 likes in this video, and I'll be back tomorrow with the next one. Peace out.